Former retail location, very likely to contain useful scrap or raw materials. Raiders last seen inhabiting location. Proceed with cautions. Raiders may be stockpiling ammunition or weapons as well. Suggest all sweep and retrieve teams recover what they can. Vault-Tec Vault 75. Vault-Tec constructed the vault in the basement of Malden Middle School. Data suggests Vault was created to experiment on children, but purpose has been struck from all records. We'd like to retrieve as much data as possible from the location, as well as any technological artifacts that were left behind. Robotics disposal ground. Junkyard littered with remains of pre-war robots. Scouting patrol reported a possible military-grade sentry bot that looked serviceable. Location likely to contain spare parts or electronic materials. BAD Tfl Regional Offices. The facility was former location of the Bureau of Alcohol, Drugs, Tobacco, Firearms, and Lasers. Data suggests evidence lockers on site may still contain viable weapons or other useful equipment. Warning, scouting units have observed raiders operating in the area. That place is actually right by Bunker Hill, so we might be going there when we clean out Cambridge at some point. General Atomics Factory. Factory designed for the manufacture and repair of Miss Nanny robots. Site likely to contain technological artifacts and or documentation, as well as spare parts Parker Ingram might find useful. The chance for automated security at this location is high, so proceed with caution. Purwin Internal Mail. Max. After we arrive in the Commonwealth, I want you to begin organizing sweep and retrieval teams. Take as many men as you need and coordinate the duty rosters with Lancer Captain Kells. I want as much information about these energy readings from NANSA teams as you can find. We could be on the brink of discovering the location of the Institute, so this needs to be top priority. Parker Ingram is requesting any information that will assist her construction efforts. I've passed along your gantry design to Kells, and we're both confident that it will be completed by the time her project is ready. We have a lot of resources riding on the success of Ingram's mission, so I can expect you to help her in any way that you can. I've sent over the proper forms to requisition 2 more scribes, and you denied them? I don't need you slowing me down on this, Quillen. Maxon keeps hounding me for results, but getting anything done with this project has been like trying to field strip a laser rifle without using your hands. I need all the help I can get, and if that means taking a few troops away from your scouting missions, I'm afraid you'll just have to make do. Now sign the damn form, so let me do my job. The Rise of Elder Maxon. Opening notes. These entries are my attempt at writing a timeline documenting Elder Maxon's rise within the ranks of the Brotherhood. It's my sincerest wish that these entries will be one day compiled in a classic printed book format and distributed throughout the wasteland. Long live Elder Maxon and long live the Brotherhood. Background. Despite the defeat of the Enclave in the capital wasteland, the Brotherhood of Steel was still an organization divided. The Outcasts, a splinter faction that left the safety of the Citadel, still struggled to survive in the capital wasteland, separated from their parent organization. And while some of the Brotherhood members within the Citadel had no desire to reunite with their disgraced brothers, many saw the advantage in bolstering their own forces with warriors already trained and indoctrinated by the Brotherhood of Steel. Surely they could work out any philosophical issues. Enter Maxon. Enter Arthur Maxon, young squire to both Owen and Sarah Lyons, a descendant of the very founder of the Brotherhood of Steel, Roger Maxon. When Elder Owen Lyons died, care of the young Arthur Maxon passed to Sarah Lyons, Owen's daughter, who was then named Elder in his place. But when Sarah fell in battle shortly thereafter, things became complicated. The Brotherhood of Steel, based in the Citadel, found itself in need of leadership and began appointing one ineffective elder after another. As the years passed and Elder Maxon grew, so too did his accomplishments. At age 12, while on a training patrol, he killed 2 raiders and saved the squad that was supposed to be escorting him. At age 13, he single-handedly killed a Deathclaw and gained the large facial scar he still has to this day. But his victory at the age 15 over the supermutant Shepard, who was attempting to reorganize the capital wasteland supermutants, that elevated him to hero-like status. When word of this feat reached the elders back on the West Coast, they knew the time had come. Maxon was ready to lead, and more importantly, to reunite the fragmented Brotherhood of Steel forces on the East Coast. So it was that a year later, when he was only 16 years old, Arthur Maxon brokered the peace with the Outcasts, reintegrating them with Brotherhood of Steel and proving he was as effective a diplomat as he was a warrior. Now reunited, the full force of the Brotherhood of Steel, appointing Arthur Maxon as Elder, the youngest in Brotherhood of Steel history. Elder Maxon reigned supreme in the capital wasteland, and his authority and influence have been spreading across the eastern seaboard, thanks in no part to the mobility afforded by the Pridwin. He has the full support of the elders back on the West Coast, who have proudly reported that they have begun eradicating cults that have popped up, worshiping Maxim as though he's some kind of god. Maxim himself is almost offended by the idea of being referred to as a deity, as it goes against everything he believes in. Arthur Maxim is happy to be one thing, the perfect human specimen, an example of everything a human being can achieve, assisted, even enhanced by advanced technology, but still very much human. Alright, good stuff. What do we have over here? Who are you?
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Maybe.
What kind of medical exam? I feel fine.
There's nothing to be alarmed about. I just have a few simple questions about your medical history. It's my responsibility to make sure that you don't bring anything up here that could pose a threat to the crew.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to ask you a series of
corona.
medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
The fuck?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer, and the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Oh, I will.
Let's talk to Proctor Tegan. I bet he has some excellent mods for our power armor.
Apples. Piper. Piper. Piper.
Just getting a little unsteady.
Where you is?
Anything you leave behind?
Where you is? Piper. Piper. What the hell are you doing here?
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a
Piper.
research patrol?
Trying to talk to Piper. Piper won't get up. Shut up. Piper. Come here, Piper. Piper. Okay.
Neither.
That's discouraging.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Piper.
Heads up.
Don't mind the clutter.
Hold up. We have so much of that. Let me give you. Give me some of these. Then also stealth boys, because I need those. One. That should be good for now. Anything else I can take? Don't need.
Something I can do for you, soldier?
Vodka. That. Purified water. Blood pack. Stim pack. What's up? Medical files. Treated. Patient symptoms included the inability to sleep and a dull throbbing pain in the head. All standard tests are negative. Evidence suggests post-traumatic stress disorder or similar issues. Until severity of issue increases, recommend voluntary removal from active duty. Patient was informed but is currently in the field. Patient is complaining of phantom pain from limb loss. Previously prescribed painkillers and Stimpack mixture appears ineffective. Dosage having increased to 300 milligrams per day, which is a maximum allowable to remain duty capable. Patient also describes nightmares of limb loss incident, which is not unusual considering the level of trauma. We'll continue to monitor. Patient slipped and fell due to intoxication, causing minor lacerations on forehead and contusions to upper chest. Applied Stimpack and recommend a minimum 8-hour bed rest. This is third intoxication-related medical incident for a patient, so I order treatment program to begin as per regulations. Patient returned from patrol with critical injuries from exposure to nuclear warhead detonation. Injuries: left arm and left leg missing. Severe internal trauma. Left hemisphere of head severely burned and acute radiation poisoning. Attended emergency surgery, but patient died after 3 hours. Patient's remains were incinerated as per regulations. Ooh, he got clapped. Patient suffering from discoloration, rash, pustules, and radioactive residue in groin area. Symptoms consist of sexually transmitted disease from ghoul species. Patient treated and report has been sent to Proctor Ingram as per regulations. Ew. Internal mail. As we undertake our urgent mission in the Commonwealth, I feel that the mental well-being of the crew should remain a top priority for your department. I am well aware that being sequestered aboard this vessel can take its toll. If you observe any issue relating to the stresses that these lengthy missions can cause, I want you to treat it as though a legitimate illness is being reported. If we have any hope of defeating the Institute, we cannot afford to lose even a single soldier to mental instability. I've seen your concerns about Proctor Ingram's sedition, but I can assure you that she is more than capable of handling herself. She has already proven to be an extremely valuable member of this crew, and we will not place her on mandatory leave until you've proven to me that she is physically incapable of handling her duties. Our latest sweep and retrieve patrol came back with some medical supplies. If you have some extra time, head down to the cage and let me know what you want. If there's anything you don't need, I'll use it for training. We're running a bit low on ammunition supplies, and these medical supplies are as good as caps at the locals. I finished reading your medical report on Knight Sergeant Merrick. The fact that he managed to survive long enough to reach the Pridwin and deliver his report is absolutely incredible. The sacrifice that he made for the sake of the mission is a testament to his dedication and loyalty. We will be holding a memorial service on the ship's forecastle at sunset this evening. I sincerely hope you'll be able to attend. Right. Good stuff.
With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
Alright. As with all my other playthroughs, I will come back later and get all the bourbon vodka, get all the miscellaneous stuff that I can
You're
trade.
an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
What do you got?
I used to be a field scribe. Deathclaw snapping my femur like a twig put an end to that.
You don't know anything. Thought I could possibly sell something to you. No? Alright. What did that one guy have to say?
Knight?
Weapons workbench. I got that. Maybe I'll just make the Pridwin armor workbench. I don't know. I'll figure something out. What we got? I will sell this along with some other stuff to this gentleman over here. If he allows me to sell anything.
What brings you to me today?
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty sure they'll put a smile on your face.
I'll take a look.
Got some choice.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Get rid of that. Nope. Want that. Anything else over here I don't need. Sell that. Piper, come here.
Heads up.
Take a look.
Let's see, I will sell that. So that, and that.
Proctor,
You're looking to pick a fight? I'll help you
Maybe.
end it.
set me up.
All of my weapons are mission.
Alright. So, here. Actually. Sell those. else can I sell? Rum, don't need that. Stuff boys. Hold on to the vodkas. No, we're good. What the extra?
Can I help you with anything?
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need legs on the ground to hit up farms in the area. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers, by any means necessary.
Any means necessary? You're giving me carte blanche on this.
You said it. Like they say, if you aren't with us, you're against us. Think you can handle that?
Oh shit, the Republicans.
I'm in.
Knew I could count on you. Here's the location. Convince the settlement to support the Brotherhood, or take over the settlement by force.
Oberland Station. Where's Oberland Station? This one. Okay, I know where that is.
Tegan.
Wait, what else?
I realize it's not the most glamorous of missions.
Right. I'll take a look.
Got some choice.
Alright, what do you have? Missile launcher, but I already have one. I already have that. Plenty. Gatling laser. Might get that later. I already have a laser weapon. I already have a laser weapon. I have a minigun. I already have a missile launcher. These guys. What's my armor? Cage armor. It's better than what they have. Forward frame, good stuff there. I have an ammo. Bigger weights, shotgun shells, 10 mil, 45. I think I'm good on ammo for now. Should have enough to be able to take Fort Strong. It's over here.
Don't let Maxon's age fool you.
Give this to
Look alive.
Competition
Shoot.
and an experienced soldier.
No.
Look alive.
Help yourself.
I'll make a laser pistol. Okay, so we should be good for now.
When I get off duty,
Where you are.
that Salisbury steak is mine.
Oh, okay. Apparently she likes her Salisbury steak.
Commonwealth's a dangerous
Anything
place.
else I can take? I need.
Charging into a situation guns blazing.
Oh my god, every shot.
Yourself killed.
I've survived on the wasteland long enough. I think I know what I'm
You
doing.
watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Got everything I needed up there.
Nothing to report right now, Meg.
Okay, what's here? Is this my room? Possibly, maybe. Or just Captain Kells? Excellent. Captain, I need you to prepare the Pridwin for departure. Archivist Knox has completed the analysis of the energy readings we received from Paladin Dance's recon team and has concluded that they're being produced by the Institute. Knox is certain that the energy reading could only be produced by artificial means, only with an extremely advanced level of technology. Judging from the frequency of the readings, we both agree that some type of device or weapon is being deployed by the Institute, which means you need to head to the Commonwealth as soon as possible. I'm not certain what type of ploy the Institute is attempting to unleash upon the world, but I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by idly and let it happen. All stations are reporting green, and all personnel are aboard the Pridwin. I've gone over her from bow to stern, and she's ready to depart. With all due respect, it would be helpful if you could let me know exactly where we're heading. It's difficult preparing this vessel properly, not knowing what type of environment we're flying her through. I am well aware that we're pointed north, but just how far we are going and what can we expect when we get there, Captain? As requested, I've sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. In my professional opinion, Ingram is fully capable of handling field operations and would benefit any team fortunate to have her with them. Before the Pridwin left the capital wasteland, I spent 6 months helping her design the power armor frame she's using to enhance her mobility. She's trained in the armor rigorously and is fully qualified, actually more than qualified to be placed with our ground troops. I've been treating wounded soldiers for almost 2 decades, and I've yet to see anyone who could match Ingram's level of commitment and determination. Confining her to this ship would be a waste of resources and a damn shame. Let's see what we got. Now that we've arrived in the Commonwealth, I'd like to establish trade relations with the locals. I'm going to need our standard sweep and retrieve team and one of our vertibirds in order to make that happen. There are several caravans that roam the Commonwealth, and we'll be using the vertibirds to track them. If any of the caravans get jumped, we can swoop in and lend a hand to let them know that we're the friendly eye in the sky. Since you can't normally buy that kind of protection from mercenaries, we'll be certain to get the best prices and values for trades. I've used the same tactic in the capital wasteland, and it worked wonders. Out here, with the threat of the incident looming over their heads, we'll have these merchants eating out of our hands. After examining technical documentation brought in by one of our patrols, I've identified Fort Strong as a possible priority target. The location was an experimental weapon testing facility, and according to their manifest, it should still contain a sizable stockpile of Fat Man shells. According to the patrol, the fort is inhabited by super mutants, so we're in serious jeopardy of losing the stockpile if something isn't done immediately. Alright, so anything in here I might take? Fusion cells. Nothing. Miser spiny there. Give this to Piper.
Just let me know.
Wait there.
Nope, great. That's vodka. More vodka.
Okay.
What else?
I'll be here then.
Yeah, what's this? This. Ooh, I can't take this stuff. Elder Maxon's turn. Alright. We picked up some disturbing news regarding a rise in supermutant activity near the Commonwealth, and Paladin Hudson has bravely volunteered to single-handedly investigate. This mission will take the Paladin deep into hostile territory, so we need all the support we can provide. I'm having Tegan give Paladin Hudson an ample supply of ammunition, making sure Ingram certifies that his power armor is in peak condition. I'm also allowing Paladin Hudson full use of one of our vertibird gunships, so I'll have one prepped immediately. Once everything is ready, I'll meet you and Paladin Hudson on the flight deck so we can give him a proper send-off. I can't stress to you how dangerous this mission will be, so it's imperative that we provide the Paladin with all the support we can muster. As requested, I'm providing you with all of this current information we have on Recon Squad Artemis. According to our records, we sent them into the Commonwealth approximately 3 years ago to perform a standard survey beginning with the Malden area. We received a few reports from the team and then abruptly lost contact. Nothing in their communications indicated anything unusual, so we assume they're either lost the ability to radio us or have been killed. The squad consisted of 7 soldiers under the command of Paladin Brandis, so they certainly had plenty of firepower and the experience required to survive a deep recon mission. I have several recon teams searching for Artemis whereabouts, but so far they've been unsuccessful. As you know, in order to get the Pridwin rapidly to the Commonwealth, I had my engineering team pull her older power plant and replace it with an updated fusion plant we pulled from that aircraft carrier wreckage. I was able to squeeze almost 100% efficiency from the new reactor, but the system is burning through our coolant supply faster than expected. As we docked over the airport, I've been able to deactivate the main engines to cool down the reactor, but we're still eating up coolant when we're in hover mode. We're eventually going to hit a point where we'll run out of coolant. If that happens, we'll need to put the Pridwin on the ground. I desperately need your help if we want to prevent that from happening. I'll be certain to provide you with the details at our next briefing. As requested, I've sent over my capabilities in the field. Okay, I read that one. You'll be pleased to know that the work on the armor reinforcement plating on your jacket is complete, and I'll be more than happy to send up a scribe to retrieve it when you're ready. The plating is fairly strong, but I think you'll appreciate how lightweight the entire jacket will feel once a modification is made. I've stress tested the plating, and it should help you resist different types of energy weapons fire as well as most ballistic threats. After you try it on, let me know if it's comfortable to wear long term or if I need to make any more adjustments to the design. Fort Strong. According to Fort Strong, by Superman. Oh, wait, no. According to Quacker Plumman, we have a serious security threat on our hands. There's a sizable stockpile of Fat Man shells being kept at nearby. It remains a fort strong. More disturbingly, the facility is currently held by a single super mutant contingent of unknown size. I'm certain I don't have to remind you that the super mutants are smart enough to utilize the weapons and that the Predator is well within a Fat Man launcher's range. I urge you to send someone down there immediately to deal with the threat before the end is target for their nuclear arsenal. And that would be me. I can't see any other stuff yet. Actually, I could if I had other. I want to say Sturgis.
If it was up to me, I'd take every
Don't have the key.
mutie and send shoot them into space.
Okay, so where we go? Actually, I'm going to get that power armor. And what else is up here? Actually, I'm going to sleep a little bit. No, wait, I am rested. Alright. Hungry from lack of food. That, better but still peckish.
Reading.
Danny Boy apples. Gumdrops. Properly fed. Take random ammo. Outgoing mail. Karen, I really miss you, baby. I only hope you're safe out there. Remember to keep the doors locked at night and the shotgun I gave you loaded at all times. Don't trust anyone unless you know them, and even then, keep an eye on everything they do. I don't know how long this tour will last, but I promise to come back safe. Love you. Aww. Open with moving your king's pawn 2 spaces, eh? Smart move. Try to control the center of the board and free up the queen and one of your bishops. I bet you think I'm going to mirror your move, but guess what? I'm going to move my queen's pawn 2 spaces so I can teach you a little something called the French defense. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this game. Hey Mom, they're letting me send out a message before we initiate radio silence. I'm working out a pretty decent officer, a guy named Kells. He treats us well as long as we do what we're told. Working with the Brotherhood has been an amazing experience so far. It's nice to finally be making a difference in this messed up world. Gotta go now, Mom. Say hi to Daniel for me. Chuck up 2 more dead furrows. That makes a total of 17 since I've been out here. You wouldn't believe how easy they go down when you hit them with the laser rifle. It slices right through the ugly things like butter. When I get back from this tour, I'm going to take you feral hunting. Trust me, you'll love it. For now, you'll just have to stick to hunting the local mole rats with your zip gun. I hope this message gets to the right person. My name is Knight Boda, and I serve with your son, Initiate Arlen. I'm sorry to inform you that Arlen was shot and killed during one of our field training operations. I wanted you to know he died a brave death, saving the life of 3 other initiates in the process. There's nothing I can say that will soften the blow of losing a child, but I wanted you to know that there's an honor to fight at Arlen's side. You should be proud of the sacrifices he made for the sake of his country. Sent his personal belongings back to the Citadel. You have my deepest condolences on your loss. Aww. It's up here. I think up here. Turbine forecast. Some forecast. Let's see how in. Pick up here. Jump. I will die. What's this?
Won't be able to pick this.
Always later. Always next time. Anything else up here? Go. Go. Don't need fuel. Don't need any of that yet. Always use more drugs. When in doubt and Fallout, drugs. Drugs, drugs, more drugs. Fusion cells, I'll leave that. Another weapons workbench. Okay. Piper should still be where I told her to
There's no
stay.
time to waste when there's work to be done.
Pepper? Pepper.
Hey,
Point the
come
way.
on.
Alright, we're gonna go get that power armor.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gun.
Everybody eat their noodles.
Yes.
Noodles and noodles. Noodles and more noodles. Sell some more stuff back here that I'll need. Piper. Piper. Piper, where the fuck are you?
Hey,
That.
That.
It's a plan.
Run. Go. At least I can still jump when I'm over encumbered. New Vegas, if you get over encumbered, you can't jump like
Those farmers give you any trouble?
Nope.
set me up.
Be my guest.
Alright, so sell that because we already have a laser weapon. Sell that. Anything else I can sell? Fusion core, fusion cells. Sell the 38s because we don't need them. Not to say I couldn't find. Actually,
Excuse me, Proctor Teagan.
That farm's nothing you can't handle.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Be my guest.
sell those brass knuckles because we aren't going to be doing any kind of melee build or anything, and I should be good for now. Get my power armor. Enter.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
Good, you deserve it.
Oh boy, that's a lot of metal.
Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something as important as the Brotherhood?
Maybe. So I think we're supposed to go this way. Where'd it go? Yeah. First aid, flight deck.
Sense with the plastic faces.
Alright, where we go next? Nope. Alright, over here.
Sir.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridman's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right
How the
to it,
fuck I have training?
shall we? Take a
My
look
bitch
over
ass
there.
is surviving from the
That's
beginning.
Fort Strong, and it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Thor.
Super mutants?